My name is Angela D'Amato, and I am from the great state of New Jersey, which is between New York City and Philadelphia. For 15 years, I was a corporate attorney, and one of my areas of expertise was helping corporations comply with the U.S. campaign finance laws. It's expected that the 2016 presidential election will cost $5 billion US, or about 15 billion kina. The U.S. is the largest democracy in the world, and it costs a lot of money to run for president. Candidates need to buy commercial time, hire staff to knock on doors, and travel around the country to meet voters and kiss babies. Another factor is the length of our presidential election. Candidates battle for about a year in the primary election phase to win the Democratic or Republican Party's nomination. Then they spend another 6 months running head-to-head in the general election. To pay for this, a lot of money needs to be raised. There is technically a public financing program for presidential candidates, raised by taxes. However, if candidates accept the public money, they're subject to spending caps. Those spending caps haven't increased with modern costs. So for about the past 10 to 15 years, most presidential candidates refuse the public money, which frees them up to spend as much as they can raise. Similar to PNG and every other democracy, there is always a concern that those who contribute to a candidate will expect political favors or have unfair access or influence if the candidate is elected to office. In order to address this concern, the U.S. campaign laws use 3 main strategies: separation, limits, and disclosure. First, if a sitting politician decides to run for office, he or she must hire a separate staff charged with raising political funds and running the campaign. Government employees doing the work of the people cannot be involved with the campaign. That way, official duties are separated from the campaigning. Second, there are limits to who can give to political campaigns and how much they can give. For example, corporations and trade unions are banned from giving money to political campaigns. Companies can set up what are called political action committees, or PACs, and raise money from them. But in no way can companies use operating funds to donate to candidates or political parties. Also, foreign nationals are not allowed to donate to candidates or PACs. There are also limits on the amounts any one individual or PAC can give to a specific candidate or political party. For example, no individual can donate more than $2,700 US for each candidate for each of the primary and general elections. Third, disclosure requirements help to ensure transparency. Every candidate and PAC must report to the Federal Election Commission the name, occupation, employer, and address of all individuals who give them more than $200 an election cycle. Also, campaigns must disclose how they spend every cent. This information is publicly available on the Commission's website for all to view. The Commission strongly enforces these regulations. The media and good governance organizations also use the website to monitor the election cycle. If there is a breach in the laws, candidates, PACs, and corporations usually are subject to fines from the Commission and intense negative media and public relations scrutiny. There have been candidates who have lost elections for running afoul of these laws. We in the United States, like in every democracy, struggle with the balance between meeting the expense of running fair elections and maintaining the integrity of our political process. Our campaign finance laws remain a controversial subject and have become an issue hotly debated in this election. Our current system of separation, limits, and disclosure may not be enough. There are repeated allegations of undue influence by large donors and corporations, leading to calls for reforms. Like in every healthy democracy, the issue will continue to be debated, and the voters will have the final say.
Okay.